Hello, good morning and welcome to another video. So I've had a fair few people ask recently what sort of stuff I eat in a day, how much I eat in a day, how I factor it around training, etc, etc. So I thought I would take you through a full day of eating and training. Today is Saturday the 16th of May and it's 6:05. Jamie and I are going for a swim in the marine lake just after this, and all I have to start with is a black coffee and a glass of water. Generally, any sessions under 60 minutes, if I'm doing them first thing in the morning, I won't eat anything beforehand. Anything over 60 minutes, I will make sure I get some food in me. That's what works for me, what sits well with my stomach, and I know this helps me in terms of feel through the session. So, see you at the marine lake. Hello, hello! Lovely, lovely little morning. There's actually a whole load of swimmers in the lake. So, gonna get my wetsuit. I'm actually gonna go full neoprene, I think, hat, gloves, boots and all. And probably shoot for one full lap, which is 2.5k. So, let's get ready.
These arrows and these knives, I'm aiming. Got a dragon in my sights, I'm slaying. Oh, when I'm raising my flag up high, it's gonna win. To the ends of the earth, the battle for the brave. They can't take away, they can't take away. This fire burning bright, I'll carry through the night like a one-man army marching through the walls and gates. I'm charging, they'll try and take me down, but this thunder's rolling loud. I'm never going under, 'cause right now I got this hunger. I got this hunger. Ready in the catapult.
Okay, lovely morning. Just over, literally just over 2k done. Couldn't quite manage this full 2.5k lap just because there was some paddle boarders on the far right hand side, which we were better staying out of the way of, so kind of cut our angle a bit short. All in all, that was very nice. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Good to see a fair few swimmers in there. Does well for my very irrational phobia of being alone in open water with sharks, but we'll move on. See you back at the house. Alright, so we are back and I have, oh my god, nearly spilt it, exactly what I have every single morning. I kid you not, this is my absolute go-to breakfast. So it's 100 grams of oats, 2 scoops of whey and some frozen raspberries, simple as that, bit of sweetener if you need it as well. I don't know, I look forward to it every morning. It gives me a pretty good balance of everything I need for the rest of the day, and somehow I'm not bored of it yet. So before I eat this, I thought I'd just touch a little bit upon how I approach nutrition generally. I've done a video on this. You can have a look at that in my previous videos. There's a bit of misconception with balancing strength and endurance work that you can't do the two alongside one another, but generally all that you really need to do is offset the calories that you burn through the aerobic work by eating them back and making sure that you're programming effectively for both disciplines. So, for example, that swim just there, I have burnt 475 calories. So, I will always eat back 85% of the calories at which my Garmin says I've burnt. So, 475, 0.85, which means I will eat 400 calories back on top of my base metabolic rate for each day, which I set as 2,800 calories per day. And I will then eat back any aerobic exercise, so running, cycling, swimming, on top of that. My weight sessions, I don't account for any calories burnt in that because I factor that into my baseline calorie intake for the week. And the key thing is just be mindful of your intake if your volume of training is going higher, because if you're upping the intensity, upping the variability of your training and not eating enough back to recover, then that fatigue is going to build up much quicker and it's going to inhibit your ability to adapt in each individual discipline. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an explanation. I'll touch a bit more on it throughout the day, but I'm going to eat this now. See you soon. And we're back. So just been getting on with some editing as I go. Saves me some time towards the end and just quite a good habit that I've got myself into. As well as a little bit of planning and communications on my Movember event this year. All very exciting if it goes ahead, depending on the COVID-19 situation. So, meal number 2, awesome supplements, brand new caramel crunch brownie protein bar. Plant-based. And tastes amazing. Every other plant-based protein I've had tastes like mud, so I am amazed at how good a job they've done on this. Important to mention as well that all the all the macros and calories that I've been putting on the screen and will continue to put on the screen are relevant to me and me alone, my BMR and my training volume, so there's no point in replicating what I'm doing. If you are interested in sort of taking a bit more control in your nutrition, I'll put a BMR calculator in the description below for you to figure it out. Gonna eat this, get myself a coffee. That'll be my second and final coffee of the day because I'm quite sensitive to caffeine. Get back to work and then just have a pretty chill day. Okay, so coming up to 1 PM and I've got myself a plain bagel with 25 grams of Nutella and a banana. One thing I failed to mention before was just how important carbohydrates are in this whole equation. We all know how important they are for endurance training in general, but I didn't mention that the calories that you're eating back from aerobic training on top of your BMR should come in the form of carbs or fats. And you should be keeping your protein intake the same all the time, which in my opinion should be 2 grams of protein for every kilogram of body weight. So I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to take the pig dog on a stroll around the beach. Pig! Come here. Ha ha ha! Come on. Oh. Seems like somebody isn't particularly keen on a lunchtime walk. Got them ready to go. One thing I'm going to do before I set off, however, is show you a new pair of shoes I have just been sent by Vivo. So these are the Primus Trail Firm Ground. I'm going to take them out on their maiden voyage just now. Okay, just home. Pig had a wonderful time, told me himself. I had fun also. Jamie, did you have fun? No. He had fun. Shoes feel great. I'm going to go out on a limb, pun intended, and say that they are my favourite pair of Vivos that I own so far. Really, really comfortable, and having the sort of trail, firm ground sole on the bottom just makes them really stable and secure, which is nice. Don't watch on a certain time, but I think it's about 1:30. I'm going to probably run at 2 because it's a nice day. Don't think I'll eat anything else beforehand, just a bit of water and maybe some electrolytes because I haven't actually drank as much water today as I normally would nor should. So, setting a bad example. There you go, see you soon. You can imagine the wind is absolutely terrible, but I've just head off for a run. Just going to cruise at around the 8-minute mile pace to test my hammy. Not sure how far I'm going to go, but just enjoying being outside, so see you back at the house. Back in for my run, just went for a steady 50-minute 10K, which is up on the screen now. So that gives me another 800 calories to play with, which if we take 0.85 of that, gives me another 600 calories to add to the total for the day. So I've made 2 tuna mix pitters, basically tuna, mayonnaise, peppers, spring onions, chili flakes, sweet corn and cucumber. So nothing too complicated. I'm actually starving. So I'm going to get through this and then catch up with you shortly. One of the biggest perks of being locked down at my family home is the meals that my mum decides to cook. So we've got homemade pizza here with chicken, chorizo and peppers, and this will pretty much see me off for the rest of the day. It's just past 8 PM now. Not actually been that hungry after the lunch that I had. So all in all, pretty good day. I'll get this finished. Might or might not pick up with you again before I close things off. See you soon. Last bit of food for the day, some homemade rice pudding made with skim milk, pudding rice obviously, stevia, some light coconut milk, and that might be it actually. Very good and actually pretty low in calories and just a little bit of a sweet treat, carby hit before bed. So hope you've enjoyed seeing how I eat in a general day. Weekends are normally a little bit more exciting. My mum sadly doesn't make pizzas every night of the week. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So training volume today has been a little bit lower than it normally would be on a Saturday, so my overall calorie intake is a little bit lower than it would be most weekends, but that is a pretty good insight of how I approach things generally. If you do have any questions, do just ping them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to do a few more of these in the future if you have enjoyed them. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like and make sure you have subscribed below. So one last time, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.